Hello, hello, and welcome back to Muse, you beautiful, lovely beings. I'm so glad you're here because today I have a guest with me, my wonderful, lovely friend, Mohammed Rashead. And I'm going to be asking a few questions, but really we're just chatting, hanging out, talking about things that we're interested in, things that we struggle with when it comes to creativity, when it comes to personal growth, our thought process of where we're at and where we want to be. So a little bit about Mohammed. He is a dancer, a creative. He is so hardworking and has choreographed, has participated in shows, acting. You just do a lot of things. And your ambition and your creativity are so inspiring, and we'll definitely touch on that. But just wanted to preface by sharing how wonderful and creative and amazing you are. So I hope that you sit down, grab a coffee, a hot drink, and enjoy our chat. Let's get into it. We've known each other. I was thinking about this actually this morning. I was like, how long have we known each other?
A long time.
Yeah, I think it's been like 6 years. Mm-hmm. And yeah. I've seen you grow and develop as an individual, being your friend, but also seeing you grow as an artist and creative, as a person that's like expressing themselves in the world. And I think seeing both of those sides is so beautiful, and like it just has been a privilege for me to see and share that time with you. But I love watching you perform, I think, because I really like seeing that other side of your expression.
I mean, I want to thank my Arabic genetics. Like, I can move my body not like a white boy. Huh. So I started in a certain way, and like I always was taught that like you have to like be perceived in such a professional way, because then I grew up dancing professionally, and like so I think that's where I started to like become insecure about the way I moved and like my body and like shit like that. But the last few years, and I was just like, I just want dance to be something that I love again, because it was always like we start as children, or not even children, like we start whatever age, and that's what I think is so beautiful about dance. Like you can dance for the rest of your life, even if you like however able-bodied or whatever, like you can still move your body. We are in our own way. Like I let these people wound my artist, and then I started to believe these certain things, and then you allow it to become that dialogue. Mm-hmm. And so even to this day, like people comment me like, your dancing is beautiful, and I'm like, no. Right away I'm like, no, it's not. Like I don't even. And like we let fear take over, because it's like we believe these certain narratives that like aren't really true, and maybe these people had the purest intentions and are just trying to tell us to like be humble, but like they didn't understand that impact it had on everybody, you know?
Totally.
I don't know. I still sometimes I'm like, I'm like, ew. Like you watch yourself dance and you're like, ugh, that could have been better. Or like, I'm not the most technically trained contemporary dancer. But I love the movement that comes with it. But it's like, I don't know. I think art is that cool. Like art, that's just what art is like you're channeling something that's bigger than you.
Okay, we're just gonna say that. Okay, you're an amazing dancer.
Thank you.
I love your work. I think your performance and the way that you express your body and the movement, even if it's somebody else's choreography,
which is cool.
It's very much your own beautiful expression.
Thank you.
Which is what I was going to say before too. Anyways, when you were saying like, oh, it's not really, I guess what you were learning is not so much your own expression because you're dancing somebody else's choreography. But I'm like, but it is because your movements are, yes, you're following choreography, but your dance and your performance, your body is still expressing it.
Yeah.
And people are affected by your specific expression of that choreography.
That's actually so true.
So like I think that's why some people, when you see them, you're like, wow, that was like so impactful, but that could have been somebody else's choreography. Like,
which is the beautiful part. It's collaborative in that certain way. And like, sorry to cut you off, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want it to come off like individualistic or like that I don't like choreography. I think like that part of my dance career was like the most important because I learned to pick up choreography so fast. I learned to be professional. I learned to like, it just has taught me so much. I learned to rehearse until 4 a.m. Like I learned a lot, but like now in our heads as dancers, like you're in your 30s, you gotta choose something else. And like my dream is to continue dancing for the rest of my life, regardless if that's like in a recreational studio or if it's like somewhere, like I don't know. I know my body, my leg doesn't go all the way up. I don't have those amazing flips and kicks that like some people do, but like I think when I started to realize that like that's not what people wanted, like there's videos of me in high school where I'm literally doing a cartwheel on stage. What the like my dance teacher was like, do anything but a cartwheel. And I do the solo to Beyonce, Halo by Beyonce. Like, and I'm doing a fucking cartwheel. Like it's like literally don't do that. And I did it. And then people like, you come out, whatever, and like you come out of off stage and like someone came up to me, I will never forget this, and was like, you made me cry. And I'm like, what the fuck? But it's like, you don't think about these things, but it's like, people connect with your soul when you're moving or like whatever you're doing. And so, and it's God or the universe's energy that like flows through you. 100%. And it's like, that's the gift that like you're moving energy through your, like you're just a vessel and it's like, you're just allowing it to happen through you. And I feel like we need to like, not need to, but like, that's the practice. Mm-hmm. And like, that's what artists do is like we practice. And like, that's why people like are so impressed by art because we'll like rehearse for 6 months and then the performance is 4 minutes long. That's insane.
That's amazing. Wow. That's a lot of practice.
I don't know why. Sorry.
It's okay.
I just feel really grateful.
Oh, I love that you can be vulnerable with me. I like that is beautiful.
I just feel really grateful to have you in my life and you saying like 6 years. I'm just like, that's really nice that I've been friends with you and like you've kind of seen me through a few partners and like just stages and you've just always been there, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, this is mutual. I feel the same. I think.
And that's the end of your podcast.
Thank you so much. You're amazing. I think that's what's so beautiful about our friendship and why I also wanted to really have you on the podcast. One, because you're an artist and creative and I love what you do. And I think you're so inspiring in the things that you do and how you show up in your creativity when you're like being honest and authentic. That's inspiring to me. But also, I think being able to have these conversations, you're only one of a few people that I have in my life that can be like this, that can be raw and like honest and we can go deep and we're not worried about being vulnerable or, showing up the way that we are. And that is so beautiful and rare. And I haven't let just anybody in my life that way. And I don't even continue, like, I don't have a lot of new friends. I think for this reason, because I'm like, I really love the friendships that I have. And like, I just want to like nurture those things and those friendships.
Kind of always just like meshes like that. Like you always make me feel like I can be vulnerable, and like I always feel safe expressing like every emotion, and you just like bring out a side of me that like I really kind of feel like you are. I feel like you are like my older sister, and like you just have always like been like that since we ever like first met. I remember like being at Prado Cafe and turning, and you were just like this beautiful woman with curly hair, and I was like, that girl is so fucking cool. With her like septum piercing, and I was like, yeah, she's cool.
I literally thought the same thing about you though. Like that's because I was like, who is this guy? Like he seems so cool. Like, oh, he's so fun, and look at his energy. Like I think your energy really drew me to you. I'm like, who are you? Like you're so fun and like lovely, and everyone seems to be enjoying themselves around you. And even though we were like working, it was such a positive, beautiful light that kind of like revolves around you. I feel like really all the time. And I think that in that space,
Making me cry already.
in that space, it was so beautiful. And like I think not a lot of people carry that energy.
Thanks. I honestly think I get that from my mom.
That's
she's
beautiful.
she's just like this harmonious human full of light, and like I just feel like creative people they just ooze creativity. And you can tell when someone's a creative because like the way they dress, or the way they express themselves, or the way they carry themselves, and like it's this like beautiful mixture of like raw and vulnerability. And I don't know, you also like are such a good listener, and I yap so much, and it's just like I always just felt like you made space for me. And I think that like I don't like taking up space, but like I always felt like you could give me space and like let me be. You've seen literally every side of me too. The ugly, the like depressed, the like happy, the successful, the not successful. You've seen me through like 2 breakups. I'm going through a breakup right now. Like you just have always been there, and I feel like I've seen you through the same. But at the same time, you've just always kept your creativity, and like we both need it. Like I feel like we both are just people that need it and use it as a way of expressing ourselves. And yeah, I could ramble for hours, but like
Wow, thank you. That was so beautiful, all the things you said. And I feel the same though about you. I think as a creative as well, I think that's why I wanted to have you on the podcast too, because you are inspiring, and I think that you are also someone that needs creativity. And I think when we get together and we're able to talk about our stuff, whether it's personal things, whether it's our creative ventures, or it does help to bring more clarity to ourselves and like what are the things that we're trying to do or work on or whatever, that I think is so beautiful to have. And it's hard to find. And doing all the things is hard to balance all those hats, and you do it.
you too.
And yeah, exactly. And we do it. But I think that that's like the inspiring part too, to like that we can feed off each other and share our experiences. Because you've also seen me, like you're saying, like you've seen me down, sad, depressed, and in good times. Like it's like in both, right? Like when things are up and down. So I think that that's what makes a really good, healthy friendship. And that's been a really cool process, I think, for the both of us to experience of each other.
Yeah.
And so many more to come, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, there's so much more to come. And we're only getting started.
Where do you tend to draw inspiration from these days? And has that changed over time for you?
I think where I draw inspiration from is other people, and like being out and like observing just in general. Like I'm not a good doom scroller. or never have been. Like my body starts feeling anxious and I don't feel inspired after scrolling. I think I've just been someone that's always like, I'll post on social media, I'll be interactive, and then I can't. And I know the days that I'm scrolling are the days that I'm like really not mentally okay, because I'm like, I just can't. But like, I don't know, I love watching YouTube videos. I love like going out and like seeing artists, and I think I'm not like the best at it. Sometimes I think I isolate myself a little bit too much, but when I do like go out and like go to events and like just see other people, it's like, okay, like there's others. And I'm trying to practice mantras right now of like, I think I have a presence about me that brings out people's interesting parts. Like I attract weirdos. Like I get the weird tables. I get the funky people that just like, I think that I'm just someone that like likes, I think it's cool to like be weird, and I think people maybe feel that. I don't know, but like, so I try to like have that essence about me, and then I like having conversations with people, and like I like making them feel like they're comfortable. And I feel like when I get to make someone feel comfortable, that's where I start seeing who they are. And like it takes like 2 seconds to make someone feel comfortable. I think you just be kind right away.
Yeah.
And then their guards are down, and then that's when like you can hear about what they do. Like, and I love like the customer service tail girl who was working in the ice cream store like literally yesterday, and I was like, how are you? And she's like, you could just feel her body relax. And then like we talked about like nails, and then how she like was doing nails, and it's just like, I'm like, where did this come from? I have no idea, but like you were just telling me about your nails now, and like this is fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like people are the most inspiring part for me. Doing the artist's way has also been so good for me, because it's started to tell me things about myself that I kind of suppressed. I think I suppressed a lot about my artist because I wanted to find success, and now I'm just like posting on social media because I think it's funny, and I'm not overthinking it. I'm just like, people are gonna perceive me whether I want them to or not. I'm gonna lose followers, I'm gonna gain followers, I don't care. Like I obviously want to build, because I don't want to build something because of myself. I don't want to be famous for myself. Like I just want to tell stories, and I feel like you need people to like hear your stories. So like I want to just tell the stories. So I'm trying to like draw inspiration from people, and like moments of silence, and like listening.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I think it's a practice. It's a constant like thing to be aware of, in even wanting to draw inspiration from, and like having that be a way that you come back to your creativity and your process of work and life. And yeah.
What's your process of like drawing your creativity?
I am less social than you. But I do draw from other people. I think conversations like this are really inspiring and help me to think about things outside of myself. I mean, even though they are reflecting of myself, or things that are impacting me personally, or maybe a way that I'm experiencing life, it's still not me doing it by myself. Like in my head, it's like with somebody else and seeing their story, seeing their life. So I think that's really helpful. But even with social media, like YouTube, or even other creatives kind of curating people that I like to watch that talk about things that inspire me, that's very important. Even though they're small things, like small videos or like short form, sometimes they really impact me because it's something profound, like, or something that I'm going through, or something I haven't thought of before. And I think that what I'm trying to do now, which I was kind of telling you before, is like sit with that curiosity or that thing that's like, oh, that's really interesting, or I really liked that, or that really impacted me, and dissect it a little bit further. And kind of,
Yeah, you're a processor.
I'm a processor. So in order to do that, I need to take time to do that and like think about it and talk about it or journal it or do a voice memo or something like that, where I'm like, why did I really like that? Like, what stood out? Why did that impact me? Why was that meaningful for me? What would I want to share that of, with others as to like why that's impactful for me, that maybe could be impactful for someone else. And I like that kind of going deeper into not just myself, but why something is meaningful to me and could be meaningful to others. I think same as you, like I don't just want to do social media or even this podcast or whatever because I want to be famous. I want to do it because I want to impact other people, and I want others to that might be struggling or dealing with the same things as artists to have other people that like a voice to listen to, that's like, oh, well, okay, I'm not alone, or maybe I can try this, they suggested this, whatever. I think that's kind of my route as to why I do the things that I do. And it's always like coming back to that meaning, and like that's what inspires me. But it's hard to stay focused on that and not get distracted and or sidetracked, right, constantly. So that's kind of my...
I mean, it is all stimulating, right? Like social
Totally.
media is stimulating.
Totally.
We're always distracted. Like it's not like things are slower nowadays, and they're only going to get quicker. So we have to go with the times.
When do you think about creative success beyond just financial stability? What does that look like or feel like for you? What is success, really? I guess would be a good...
It's a good question. I think I tie financial stability a lot to work, and I think that's something that I'm trying to unlearn, especially like now that I've been single for like 2 months and like living on my own. I've never lived on my own, and I find that I have a lot more time to be productive for myself, but like I choose to, there's a lot of unlearning. I'm unlearning a lot that like, I don't know. Like I think creative things can bring, I'm trying not to tie creative things to money.
Nice.
Like don't do a job for the money. But it's hard. Like it's like, because you need money. And money's nice.
live.
Like money is, I love money and I love things and I love having things and I love the luxury of it all. And I love, like I grew up not with any of that shit.
Yeah.
And I grew up with my parents like telling me, like we immigrated from Syria, for crying out loud. Like it's not like, so I grew up with like tying money into scarcity and like having a relationship with that. And now I'm trying to unlearn that like you just need a day job to support you, and then creative has to be fun. And I think creative success to me is when my projects and art and work are seen by lots of people and they're being perceived in the way that like I hoped that they are. Like I just feel like I have such a dichotomy of like I'm really silly and stupid, but then anytime I'm like actually really vulnerable, it like works. And I feel like I don't like being vulnerable a lot of the time, because I think when I start being vulnerable, it opens the gate for a lot of things that like maybe I don't want to deal with. I don't know. And so I think success for me is when I can like sit in my vulnerability and my rawness and just be like, okay, you've seen it all. I think logically, like I would like to be recognized with some sort of award. Like getting an Emmy for something would be cool, or an Oscar. Oh, that'd be so cool.
I love that.
Like,
We're going to manifest that.
yeah, no shame. No shame at all. But even with acting, like I was like, I'm having a weird relationship with it, because I'm like, do I want to act for the love of acting, or do I want to act because it's more money? Because actors can make good money if they book.
Interesting.
But I'm having this tough, like being vulnerable, like I'm having a really tough time understanding if I want to act because I like to act, or is it because it will bring in money one day? I don't know. I don't know.
That's a good question, though. That's like, I mean, I think for anything
Yeah.
that you pursue moving forward, kind of being aware of that is,
Yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
no, it's fine. It's a genuine question to ask because, again, you need money to live and to support yourself and your family, Billy.
Yeah. I'm so deeply rooted in ambition. And I'm fear of failure. Like I don't want to fail ever. But I failed a lot, and I think it's been really humbling, and I think failure is also really good because it moves your energy. And like I think creative success, to answer your question finally, is that I don't have to rely on a day job to support me. I know it has to do with money, but like when I can just like ask the universe for a job and it will like reply and it will offer. And when I have built that relationship with the universe, which I'm starting to, but I don't think success is linear, and I feel like that's kind of something I've accepted too. Look at Oprah.
Well, you touched on so many things that I'm like, I want to touch on this. I want to touch on this. That's so true. I think your ambition is also another thing that really drew me to you, and our friendship has lasted so long. And because you need ambition to pursue the things that you want, whether financial stability or, life stuff or creative stuff. Like you need to have a drive and ambition to get somewhere.
Yeah.
Whether that's success and what you deem to be successful, that's kind of like the process, like you're saying. I agree.
Yeah.
I think for me, success is also ever evolving of what that looks like, because I would also think before success looked like something or had a very clear picture of like, I think when I was younger, it was more like, I want to be an artist. Like I think I never saw myself as an artist. I always wanted to achieve to become an artist. Where now I'm like, I am an artist. What does being an artist actually look like? How does that play out in my life? That to me, and living a life of continuing creativity, to me is success. And of course, like you, I would love to have a show in a gallery or like and have my work shared. Like that's something that I would really like. Or the podcast. The podcast being successful and famous and people finding value in that. I think a lot of it is like, yeah, self-expression by like having a show, but because people find my work valuable.
Yeah.
That's where I think success lies for me now.
I like that. I think people are scared of being bad at things nowadays because it's so curated and everything's just so like algorithm and like whatever. But I think there's something so beautiful in like bad art sometimes. Like I think that's in.
Yeah.
I think that's in. I think having bad art out there is in. Like I've told myself I quit dancing so many times.
You told me.
I've told you. I've told you I'm done dancing. This is the best part. I was a salary manager at a restaurant, and I was like, I'm going to be a general manager one day. I'm just going to have a stable life. Like, this is what I want. And like the moment that I realized that's not what I wanted, I got offered a dance contract and I quit Joey's like 2 weeks later. Because I'm like, obviously this is not what I want to do. I'm just like, fear is what happens. And like, I don't know, who knows, like maybe success will happen, and it will. Success is not measured by like anyone else but you. So it's like, what do you find successful?
Exactly. Yeah. And I think touching on your point, maybe this is going too deep, and I mean, it doesn't have to stay on the pod, but the fear of failure thing kind of hit me when you said that. Because I think I've always had that too. I just never acknowledged it as, I guess, the driving force of why I do the things that I do. Yeah. I think because I'm always looking ahead, that it's hard for me to sit with some of those feelings, I guess, or I just either never really tried enough to fail, or I made sure I tried hard enough that I didn't. Yeah. So there was never, even though I think that might be a fear of mine as well, I never let that determine where I was, and I kind of just accepted and never acknowledged it as failure, maybe. Yeah. But I think it is definitely there to a degree, because like that has to be a reason why we're driven the way that we are, and why we have ambition to do something, to succeed in something, whatever that looks like and however much that evolves. That is part of the drive, is because we don't want that, so we have to do the other. Yeah. Right? Which is so interesting. I guess I'd never really thought about it like that in the way that you said. So that's a very good reflecting point.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just don't want to. I grew up a lot being like, I don't want to fail. And I think that comes with being a child of immigrants. But it's like, once you start failing, it's like, okay. Like, I remember when I first got signed to DaCosta and I thought I was going to be a star. I was like, I'm going to be a star. So I quit my job. Who does that? Who quits their day job and is like, just because they got signed and went to an audition? Did I get the audition? No. Did I book the job? No. But it was the most humbling experience ever, because I am so proud of myself for taking a risk. Like, I took a freaking risk that I don't take risks a lot more. And I'm a very cautious person with things like, but I've been through so much turmoil in my young adult life that I know that it's about trusting yourself. Mm-hmm. Weird. But it's like I heard that for the first time. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, no, I'm not saying I don't take risks now. I take risks now. But in different ways, in trusting yourself, in trusting that you're gonna be okay if nothing works out. Trusting yourself to end a relationship like I did. I mean, it was very amicable, but we trusted that this was gonna be good. I trusted myself that I could pay rent for myself. It's small things that you think you can't do, but when you actually start doing it, you're like, okay.
But you know that you did that because of that risk that you did. Yeah. Because you trusted yourself so much that you were going to get this, what do you call it? Not position, but that you were going to book. Movie. Exactly. Yeah. You trusted yourself so much. That's amazing. You were just like, I'm going to get this. I'm going to quit my job. I trust myself that I'm going to be a star. Whether or not you did or you didn't, your confidence in yourself to do something. But honestly, I know that this is a big thing that people are talking about right now, but that, it's so crazy because people don't do that. No. People don't take those kinds of risks and challenges. Obviously, when you're younger, you tend to do more things like that because you're yeah, totally. I got things. I got this. Fuck it. I'm gonna do what I want. But so bad. But I think, and I think I've also done things like that. I just can't recall them right at this moment. But I think because of that, I'm able to trust that I can do things and stick to my word and know that I'm going to be okay, whatever it is that I choose. And you're right, it is like that trusting yourself, trusting your word, trusting that you're going to do what it takes to make sure you're okay. The more that you do it, the more confidence you build in yourself and in your word and who you are and the things that you're set out to do.
Yeah.
You just have to like listen to that voice though. You have to like listen to that version of you that's like, yeah, we're good. Yeah, this is scary still because it obviously doesn't stop being scary.
Yeah.
But the risks get easier, I think, because you're like, oh, no matter what, I got this.
You're still living and breathing, and I think it's easy to. I mean, thanks for saying that. I was delusional, and I looked so bad in my headshot, and I went to the audition and I bombed it. And I literally learned this lesson every time. I'm not meant to be a dancer in front of the screen. Like, I'm not. I don't want to. If I want to work in TV and film, it's either as an actor or as a choreographer. I don't want to dance in front of a screen anymore. I want to I don't want to boo-boop that. I don't want to do it. I loved it. It was the most fun I've ever had. It was the most, I belong directing and being in control. I do. And like, because I just know, I know that. And I hate that I didn't listen to that at all. But like, it's just like, if I want to be on screen, I'm doing it as an actor or I'm doing it behind the scenes as a director or a choreographer, if that's what I want to do. But someone said something recently and it was about success and he was being really tough on himself, I find, but like he was like, it's not cute when you're 35 years old and you're not booking jobs as an actor. And I was like, that's a really big statement. And I'm still processing that. But it's like the industry is tough, and like if you're 35 apparently and you're not booking jobs. But then I challenged him and I was like, that's not true, because there are like actors that are A-list actors that are not working right now, and it's not to do with anything. It's just that's the world you're in.
That's just the process.
That's the process. Yeah. So it never ends. Like this is a never-ending game that you have to just play, but it's like you have to enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that is a tough thing. I mean, I don't know a lot about acting or kind of booking and that.
I don't know either, apparently, because I'm still learning.
But I saw a TikTok of a guy, he was sharing, I think he was 47. A dancer, still choreographing, teaching classes to adults and I think teens. And he's like, people said that, you know, your career or like dance is kind of over for you after you're a certain age. I think he referenced an age. He's like, but I love this. I love what I'm doing. I want to keep dancing, like similar to what you were saying, like I'm going to dance for the rest of my life. And it's like 100%, of course. Like, why can't you? Like, who determines that number? Who determines that age? Who determines what in your able body can do? Like who determines that stuff? And I think he was a great dancer. Like, he was dancing, he's choreographing, like people seem to be like loving his class from like the videos that I saw. And I'm like, wow, good for you. You're not letting that deter your ambition to keep dancing and choreographing, to keep inspiring other people to dance, doesn't matter their age. That's fucking amazing. And also that you're still doing like what you love, whether or not maybe you're doing it at the capacity that you want to be doing it, like whether it's on TV or like doing it, I don't know, in other ways. I'm like, no matter what, you're still doing the thing that you love, which is dancing.
I'm trying to understand that right now too. And I'm on Reddit a lot, and like people are like, why do you, I think this is society, is like we think we have to like exploit our talents, and like, I don't know, I'm still understanding that like things come to you when they're meant to come to you, but like you have to be prepared. And I don't think you're ever prepared, but I think you need to be prepared in a way of like your repertoire. And like, I think rejection is protection. I think that we don't get jobs when we really want them because we weren't really ready. Yeah, I think success has been a really interesting thing for me because I don't know what I want to do. And I think I've been ruining my mental health in a certain way of not knowing what I wanted to do. And I that's probably the ADHD. It's like I want to do it all, but it's like sometimes you just gotta fucking do one thing and stick to it and see what happens. And
The other thing that you said about the whole acting thing, I was just thinking about Morgan Freeman. He didn't start acting till he was like, I think almost in his 50s.
yeah,
Like where he got like famous.
yeah,
And I'm like, I'm sure he was an actor before then.
yeah,
He just didn't really book his like big things until after.
Yeah.
I mean, although he looked hella young. Like
Yeah.
Sal and I we watched different videos and we're like, how old is he there? Like trying to guess his age and then
Yeah.
look it up because he's like 60, but the character he's playing is like 47 or something. And I'm like, this man never ages
no,
because even in his like 80s and stuff, he looks like he's 60s.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's amazing. But again, I'm like, you're a senior citizen, like that's,
Yeah.
and you're like super successful and doing all these great movies and having these great roles. You have an amazing voice, like that's awesome.
Pedro Pascal, 50 years old now.
Yeah.
He's in his prime of his acting.
Exactly. I just think like things are changing. I mean, mind you, I think this is very much in like men realm.
Yeah.
I don't think women are getting as many roles as that in as they age, unless they've already been acting like Meryl Streep. Like you're saying, like she's amazing. I love her, but she started acting very young and has continued to evolve in her career.
Yeah, women don't even get started. Like,
So like
the
that.
industry in women is insane.
Exactly. So like that's very different, I feel. But I mean, kind of to like touch on what your friend was saying, I'm like, yeah, maybe you're not booking stuff right now, but like, I don't know, can you wait till you're 50 to like hit it, make it? Which is also the next thing that I was thinking, even in regards to our creativity. Like, yeah, it's hard to think about like, I want to do this thing, I want to try this thing, and focus on all these different things. And I find too, like sticking to one thing for a long time is difficult for me, especially if I'm not seeing that there's like momentum in it, or even for this podcast, for instance. But I'm enjoying doing it. But then, like, what if I just quit, or I'm like, oh, it's not really like being anything. It's not really moving the way that I want, even though it's like a form of self-expression. But what if that next episode was going to be the one that was going to like take off?
Yeah, you never know.
Like you don't know, right? If you don't stick with certain things
don't
too.
freaking know. And all you need is like one thing
Totally.
to take off.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can't control that, and you just have to do it, and you have to just love to do it. Like, do you love what you're doing? Do I love what I'm doing? I think so. I think we start new projects in life and maybe don't finish them all the time, but
But that is part of the process. Some of them are not meant to be
not everything has to be out there.
exactly, and not everything is going to be the thing, right? Like some things I think can take off, even if it's like slow, gradual growth, like what I'm hoping this podcast is. But other things are like meant to be a season of something. Like my pottery, love doing the pottery, and I really enjoyed that. But I don't think at the capacity and the way that I was doing it, that wasn't sustainable for me. It wasn't fun for me anymore. So I didn't see myself doing it in that way forever. It just wasn't in the cards, like for it to be that. Do I want to still create pottery and make a collection of things, maybe some to sell, maybe some for my future art show? Yes. Like I I still have a passion for it. Yeah. It just looks different. But I think we have to learn to evolve with the things as they evolve around us. Doesn't mean we have to cut them out. Sometimes we do. Yeah. Sometimes it's just they evolve.
When the flow happens.
Yeah.
How do you do you believe in flow, and do you enter flow at all? Like,
I do. When I'm in certain things, like sometimes when I'm editing, things like the podcast, when I'm recording the podcast, typically if I'm excited about what I'm talking about, I can enter flow like right away, and I'm just like talking. Like on my drive here when I was recording myself, that was 100% flow, and it was just like I wasn't thinking about what I was saying. I was able to just like talk. I think that's why I felt so good after, because I'm like, oh, I entered a space where I didn't have to process. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe it's too much processing, but I was just able to verbal diarrhea my thoughts and my feelings and then move on from that.
that's kind of flow, though.
It is. Because it's in any state, right? In any medium.
But I think it's allowing yourself to be okay to have bad stuff.
Totally.
Because not everything needs to be posted. Not everything needs to be shared. Yeah. Yes, we all know this. I mean, even for me, like, I had an audition for a big dance one that I hate going to. I hate them every time. But, like, the day before, I was like, okay, you haven't danced like this in a while. Like, you should probably just, like, dance. So I closed the curtains, and I just put on some music, and I just moved my body.
Here.
In my room, in my living room. And I was just, like, wiggling around. I had candles lit. It was fucking so fun. I was entering a state. I was performing. Like, it was just, like, you feel so cunt. You're just, like, this feels so good. Go to the audition, and I had a better time, actually, because, look, I didn't book it. I have tattoos. They told me to shave. I forgot. I literally walk into this fucking audition. I didn't shave. Forgot to shave. Was it I think my friend said it was a self-sabotage moment for me, like, subconsciously, and I agree. I knew I'm too old to book that movie anyways, but I danced so well. I danced the choreography so well. Got to the freestyle part, crashed it. Horrible. It was horrible. It's fine. But, like, I'm at a point where it's just like, I don't care anymore. If it's bad for you, it's bad. Because there's something so freeing in, like, just letting your art be bad. Yeah, it was an audition, and, like, they're perceiving me, but, like, my issue was not about me dancing for them. It was being perceived. And, like, that's the core issue for me. So, like, it's now my practice, and, like, I have to, like, the more I enter flow, the more I just allow myself to be perceived. Because sometimes I walk out of the house and I'm so nervous that, like, which is weird because I come off as a really social person, but I'm nervous to be perceived. I don't want to be perceived. And people perceive me really easily. I have tattoos. I look a certain way. It's not just like they think I want to be talked to. I don't know what it is about me. Like, I'm just like, I attract the weirdos, like I said, because I am strange myself. But like, your creative process is, like, something that you learn to, like, teach yourself, and then you hold it. But I think it's like, it's those certain, like, it's those baby steps. Like, oh, I need to, like, if I'm recording today, I know I need to go for a 30-minute walk. I know I need to do. So I think you learn systems after trial and error. And I'm such a trial and error person.
Same.
And it's probably not really boded well for me in my relationships in life, like trial and error stuff. But, like, I think that's just the way to go. I think you have to try things out.
I disagree. I think I do agree that you do need to try things out. I disagree that those are things that don't vote well in your relationships, because I think without them, you wouldn't have learned the things that you've learned.
Yeah, that I can't be polyamorous. LOL. LOL.
But I mean, like, if you didn't try it, like, you wouldn't have known, and you would have had this thing that you're like, what would it be like if I tried that?
That's so true.
You know, like, you would still be speculating whether or not that would be an option for you. And maybe it is in the future. It's just, like, not right now. Like, you don't know that until you try it and explore.
That's freaking true,
those avenues, right? Which I think that's with any aspect of your life. You have to try things that is literally what life is experimenting and trying shit and seeing if it sticks. And then if it does and you like it, like, that's sick. Like, keep doing that. If it doesn't, or if it changes, then it changes, it evolves, and you're like, okay, that part's over. Moving on, trying something else.
Work.
But I think you do need to try, and I think being that type of person that can do that, it also makes you a person that's a risk taker, and you're able to, like, do things and be okay with the failure part that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Because we're okay for things to not work out and we've accepted it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, moving on. We learned that lesson. Sick.
Yeah.
That hurt or that sucked. But now I know.
Yeah.
Now I can change the way that I approach that in the future.
Yeah.
How would you learn that if you didn't try, right?
That's so true. I think, so I heard this one day. Not one day. I heard this on a video or something. And they were like, don't be confident, be courageous. And that really resonated with me because it was like, confidence, like the logical explanation of confidence is like, you're basically learning. You get confident when you get better at something, but that comes with time. Like, confidence doesn't just build right away. You don't just like go to a class and you're like, I'm the best one. Like, you're going to feel like shit. It's going to be awkward, blah, blah, blah. You're going to feel weird. And then you gain confidence. But I think the first step is courage. It was Mel Robbins. She was like, you need to be, like, confidence is not something that comes right away. It's the courage. And I don't think that I'm a very confident person. I think I'm a very courageous person.
You are. I think you are confident.
Too.
I like that we both pointed at each other.
I think I'm confident because people around me make me feel confident. And I think I'm confident in things because I've learned that because I'm courageous, I can learn to do things very quickly or whatever. But no artist walks in the room and they're like, I'm a hot piece of shit. It's a persona. Like, humans are not naturally confident. Humans are like naturally insecure, like vulnerable beings that like learn these things as we age. And like, my biggest thing is that I never want to feel confident because of external validation, but like, you're a freaking artist, Mohammed. Like, that's how it works.
Yeah.
When people start perceiving your art in a way that you want them to, you're like, yeah. And then it makes you feel confident. Totally. But that's because you're courageous in the beginning. It's not because I'm like walking in a room being like, I'm the fucking best one in here. That never works. But you're courageous enough to walk in the room and be like, okay, like earlier this year, I started acting classes again and tried this one thing where I bit into my sandwich and she was like, don't do that because it looks bad. But she's like, but you took a risk. So it's like taking risks goes well because there's nothing wrong with being a fucking fool. Give me real. Anyways, I don't know what your question was, to be honest.
No, I think we were just kind of riffing because we were talking about different things. But I love the courageous versus confidence talk, and I feel like that could be its own conversation. Yeah, I never used to be that confident. I think as a kid, like I questioned a lot of things that I did and being perceived a certain way. And I mean, to this day, I'm still perceived to be a certain way, even within like my own family.
Yeah.
Which is like
so fun.
Fucking weird.
It's so fun.
It's so weird. Like, my sister tells me I'm intense, that I'm an intense person. And I'm like, I don't think I'm that intense.
I don't think
I can be intense. But am I an intense person? No. I'm a very passionate person. I don't know. You know, even things like that. But even my extended family, they think I'm a rebellious person. I'm like the rebel in my family. And that's like, and this persona that is like, I'm like, okay, cool. Sure, I can be that. If that's what helps you put me in a box so that you think you understand who I am.
Oh, yeah.
But it's interesting. Now that I'm older, I'm just kind of like, okay, well, if that helps you to like think you understand me and to a certain degree, I know who I am. I know I am not this person that you deem me to be. Is that a part of me? Maybe, yeah. Maybe I am rebellious. Maybe I am intense sometimes. Can you sum me up as that? No, but I know that.
That's their perception of you, though.
Totally.
There's a different side to...
Totally. So it's like, cool. You want to perceive that? That's fine.
Look, people are going to talk about you whether you want them to or not. People are going to perceive you whether you want them to or not. Yes. Like, I learned this really quickly, that you can't live your life trying to be perceived a certain way, because it's not going to work.
It won't.
Whatever you're serving, they're not going to pick it up.
They're going to think it's something else.
They're going to think it's something else. Because that's just like what people do.
Totally.
They're going to talk shit about you. They're going to, like, they just do. Like, humans do that. Like, humans just are... We just are like that. We perceive each other a certain way, and like, I think humans bring out different sides of one another, and I think you can be seen as intense to your sister because you guys are very different people. And she thinks that you're intense because you do things that maybe she would never do. I don't know. I love when I am, because I'm so annoying. I didn't know I know that.
I know I'm annoying too.
But you cannot sit me down and tell me you cannot sit me down and tell me things about myself that I already won't know. Like, being a self-aware queen, love. I know I'm an intense person. I have a very strong presence. I know that. If I'm pissed, you can tell. If I'm happy, I light up a room. Do I like this trait about myself? Not all the time. It's not my favorite part of who I am. No. But that's just part of who I am. And does it work well at work sometimes? No. Is it a conversation I've had to have with my manager? Yeah. Like, are we going to be chaotic today? No. That's literally what they said to me.
Oh my God.
That's literally what she was picking on me, like, for fun. But I'm like, you're right. Yeah. Tell me. I know. I'll apologize.
Yeah.
I know who I am. Like, and that's important as being an artist, is like, you know who you are. You know that you're going to be a certain way. I will never get booked on a Disney movie. I keep on going to these auditions. I'm done going to these auditions. Watch me go to an audition next year.
Yeah.
But like,
such a thing for, I would do the same thing.
Like I know Disney doesn't want me. They never did. I just don't have that look, that vibe. Like, I have a mouth on me. But like, and I'm not 12 also. But like, you know, like, you know these things about yourself. And as an artist, you just have to, like, honor and say no to things. And I think, but, like, you don't say no to, like, that's why I'm going. Because I'm like, you're not in a place in your career to say no. That's why you go.
Yeah.
Like, you say yes to everything, and then you figure it out. But, like, that's why I'm going. But it's like, you just know these things. You just have to have fun and enjoy it and be like, all right. Does my family think I'm a crazy yes. They think I'm insane. My whole dad's side, they think I've like gone off to Vancouver and become this aloof little like freak. They literally, like, I used to have my septum pierced and flip it up every time. Like, it's just like I just am that. I'm the same. I'm the rebellious, crazy bitch. Yeah. And my cousin once was like, you don't think there's no one else that's gay in your family? I'm like, show me. Show me who in my family is going to be, like, there's a couple speculations I have, but I'm like, no one's going to be courageous enough to be like that. And like, look what it did. Like, it just takes courage. And I knew that I was a courageous person when I moved out at fucking 16 years old with my bungee cord wrapped around my pillow, nasty ass pillow, and this stupid little suitcase, roll my ass to school at 7 a.m, go up to the student counselor, and I'm like, I moved out. And they're like, what? And I'm like, my dad, if anyone comes and talks to me, why did I move out? I wanted to dance. That's literally why I moved out. I don't know if I ever told you this. No. I moved out because my dad was like, you can't dance. It's against your religion. It's for girls. And I was like, fucking watch me, bitch. He literally was like, no. And I was like, eat my ass. I'm doing it. I moved out. He was like, come home. Like, no. He's like, come home. Like, he threatened me. He wanted to pay me. All of it. No. Why? I wanted to dance. You can dance now. No. Now that I get what I want. No. Like, please move home. You can dance. You can do whatever you want. No. You fucked with me, and I'm doing what I want now. Did I gain confidence? Probably too much as like 16 years old. Like, but like my dumbass was working at McDonald's and American Apparel at the same time. Like I had 2 jobs and I was like paying rent, and everyone was like, "You're not partying. You're not this." I'm like, I didn't want to move up to party. I wanted to move up to like.
You're like, also I can't.
I can't.
I need to support myself.
Yeah, I can't. Like I'm not drinking and partying. I'm not doing anything. They're like, "You're so responsible." I'm like, because I didn't move out to be rebellious. I moved out because my inner child, like it was enough. I was being suppressed too much as a kid. And like, that's why I think like teaching kids, if you have a shitty personality, don't teach kids. You need a nurturing personality to teach kids. Don't touch it. Don't be near teaching at all if you don't want to nurture people, because it's your way of helping them become, Anyways, that's me rambling now, but.
That's so interesting because I also left when I was 17.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I moved out when I was 17.
I didn't know that.
Not to dance, unfortunately. That would have been really amazing. Yeah. But because, I was just having a lot of conflict with my mom, but also
Me too.
I needed to be free.
Yeah.
I was also feeling very suppressed and not able to make decisions for myself, and that's what I wanted. And like that first, I think that's probably the first time that I really trusted my own instincts.
Yeah.
Because it's such a big decision to make. Although I did move with an ex, so I wasn't like alone and like supporting myself only. But yeah, I was also working at McDonald's. I did end up moving back after a little while because that relationship was unhealthy. But
we learn.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I did that.
Yeah.
I made the decision. I stuck with it.
You are that bitch.
Yeah, and even my dad was like, I didn't think you would do it. He's like, I didn't think you had the balls to do it.
Yeah.
And then when you didn't, he was like, I didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
And I was like, what can you say? I made a freaking decision.
Like, what do you want from me?
I'm out of here. Peace
Get
out.
Get out of my get away.
Yeah.
No, my uncles would have a conversation. I remember they would like bring me in for a family meeting, and they're like, come home. And I'm like sitting across from my uncles, which is like in the Arab world, they're like the eldest in the family. Right. My mom's sitting there with her tissues. My dad's sitting there. I'm sitting there with a fucking yapping mouth. They're like, move back home. I'm like, no. To my uncle, which is like, they're like the hot, like it was like, I was surprised I wasn't beaten. Like it was like, yeah, like they were just like, move back home. I'm like, no. They're like, why not? I'm like, I don't want to be treated like shit. And they're like, by who? I'm like, my dad. And they're like, no. I'm like, dude, like, open your fucking eyes. Like, he's a child. Like, it was just like, they wanted so bad to control me. And I'm like, no, not happening.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, well, you have a girlfriend. Like, I had a girlfriend, haram. Moved out, haram. Danced, haram. Like, all of it. They're like, I was just the rebel of my family. And, like, no one else was doing it. And I was like, well, someone's got to do it. As we age, we lose a little bit of that fire. And I feel like we shouldn't. Like, we should always stay young in our hearts. Like, keeping that inner child nurtured is so important. I don't think we do it as often as maybe we can or should. But, like, when we have moments, I think it's so important. Like, closing your curtains and dancing. Or, like, for you, maybe it's, like, singing in the car. Or, like, you know, like, when was the last time you, like, made a mug for fun? Like, I don't know. It's, like, things that, like, you don't need to, like, have an outcome for, but, like, you just start doing, and then it, like, kind of rekindles that fire for you.
Totally. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
for
you.
Sharing.
Ooh, we did it.
Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to do quick fire
Okay.
questions.
Yeah.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Do you have a pet? What's her name?
Their name is Billy, and he's a pit bull mix. He's 6 years old, and he's the light of my life. So.
And he's so cute.
And he's so cute. He's napping on me right now.
If you were to sing karaoke, what song?
Set Fire to the Rain by Adele.
I love that. I love that so much. That's such a good song.
And what about you?
I have so many, but the first one that just popped into my head is Kissed by a Rose by Seal.
Come on.
What would your creativity smell like if it was a candle?
Sage.
Ooh, I like that. What's the weirdest snack combo you secretly love? You did tell me earlier.
Oh my god. It's Cheetos and hummus.
I love that.
Munchies and hummus.
That's so good.
My little 4 a.m. snack post going out is hummus and some
And some Cheetos. That's so funny.
flavored chips or something. Yeah, really bad for you.
If you were a weather forecast today, what would you be?
I would be a light rain.
Oh.
No, I would be like a wavy ocean with the sun bursting in and then a light rain in the corner. Because I'm every
I love it. It's like a little bit of everything.
I'm a painting.
It's like Moody, but
Moody.
the sun shining.
Moody, but I'll fuck you up.
I'll burn you.
I'll burn you.
What's something you're irrationally obsessed with right now?
I don't have one. Right now. I have too many obsessions.
Okay. What's your go-to comfort show or movie?
Oh, friggin'. Okay. Friends, obviously. Or Drag Race, because it's so easy. And then movie is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Which I've only watched once, but it was beautiful.
I've only watched once too.
I've
I
only
want to
watched
watch
once.
it again.
It's so good. Or like Aladdin.
I love Aladdin.
Or like, unfortunately, like anything like musical.
Why, unfortunately?
I just feel like it's just such a queer thing to say. Like, Wicked.
Hey, I haven't seen it yet.
What?
I know.
I own it.
I know. Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Love it.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
We did it.
We did it. Thank you so much for being on the show.
First episode.
First episode. First episode? What do you mean?
Your first podcast episode.
No, it's not my first podcast episode.
With like a person.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Your first podcast, sorry. Your first podcast interview episode.
Yes, with a guest.
With a guest.
And I love it. And I would
your
love to
first
do this again.
Anytime.
I hope you had fun.
Did you hear me? Anytime. You tell me and I'll be there.
Thank you so
Maybe
much.
this could be a series.
Honestly, I would love that.
Maybe this could be like a Moody Mondays.
Mohammed. Ooh,
Moody
Monday
Mondays.
with Mohammed.
With Mohammed.
That's so good.
Did you record that? Moody Mondays with Mohammed.
Well, the thing is, I only post once a week on Monday.
Okay, so
it's
not
always
Moody Mondays.
So it's always Moody Mondays with Mohammed.
It's Moody Mondays with Mohammed all the time. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Love you. Subscribe.
Yes, please. Thank you.